Hello, old songs. Happy 40th anniversary, virtual anniversary. I've decided that what this means is that next year we get to have a 40th real anniversary and we get a free year, basically. So, congratulations. We wish we could be with you all in Altamont, but failing that, here we are. And we'll start with a song based on a story told by Mr. Bob Copper from the village of Rottingdean in Sussex. Oh, my father's name was Jim. I was more than fond of him. He's a man could tell you things you'd want to know. Though it's long and far away, I remember well the day he took me ramping through the fields before the dawn. One midsummer's early morn, he wouldn't say where we were going. He's a man could keep a secret, don't you know? Through the meadow dark and still to the top of Kingston Hill, he took me walking long before the rooster crowed. Jim turned around, let his pipe settle down, put an apple in my mouth to hold my tongue, settled silent on the ground with the twinkling stars around us, and we waited for the coming of the sun. Skylark sang in the morning as the eastern sky glowed day. Put the stars out one by one till the red rim of the sun rose in the gap between the hills so far away. The rustling of the day, we saw the world awaken in the moment when the light and shadow dance. The village at our feet threw off the cloak of night, and we watched it come to life as light advanced. Jim's gone now many years, but I still can hear his voice as he rose to stretch the stiffness from his legs. He stood up and said to me, "Isn't that a sight to see, child? It's a dawning you'll remember all your days. Some things happen only once, some come every day, in the journey from the cradle to the grave. But while we live and breathe, such beauty we can see, and I remember still that dawn as clear as day."
A song about the turning of the leaves in the fall, when it's so beautiful and a very romantic time. And imagine sitting on the couch with the cat and a wonderful fire in the wood stove, and you look out the window and there's Cindy raking the leaves.
I have my own rake.
Yes, she does. She has it wrong. It's left-handed. I can't use it.
So this song is called When the First Leaves Fall.
There is a moment when the dark spell of winter is broken by the promise of the spring. When we walk the mild woods in the first hours of the morning and arrive with all the world awakening. I am nurtured by your presence, root and branch and blossom, and the soft rain shining in your hair. When the first leaves fall, no matter where you are, I want to be there. There is a moment in the high green summer when the long sweet days give way to shadow, when we lay together beside the open window, watch the fireflies like stars upon the meadow. There's an unspoken wisdom in the motion of the trees, eternity stirring in the air. When the first leaves fall, no matter where you are, I want to be there. I want to be the one you turn to when the frost is on the fence post and the cold traveler moon stands alone. When all that remains of the warm rains of summer is the mist on the mill pond below. As yours is the yearning that gives meaning to my own, in the silence when the wish becomes a prayer. When the first leaves fall, no matter where you are, I want to be there. When the first leaves fall, no matter where you are, I want to be there.
Well, we're not quite sure, but we think we met Lou and Peter Berryman at an Old Songs Festival early on. And over the years, we think we developed a great friendship with them. At least we think we did. And at one point a few years ago, we recorded a whole album of Berryman songs because we loved them so much we couldn't decide which songs to put on an album.
And yes, the 40th anniversary of the festival, it does bring to mind the fact that one needs to be a little, what's the euphemism, mature, well established to appreciate a song like this one from Lou and Peter Berryman. A song that I think encapsulates the philosophy of life as I would love to see it. It's called Now Everything Does.
There's no point in living in the past, they say, even though there is more of it every day. I don't talk too much about what I've been through. Then again, on second thought, I probably do. But love confused me way back when, now everything does. Swimming made me hungry then, now everything does. I remember Moonlight Bay the way it was. Used to take my breath away, now everything does. Well, I'm not saying I'm overwhelmed with future shock. I'm not saying I wish I could reset the clock. I doubt if I would go back 1 year if I could. Then again, on second thought, I probably would. Summer used to go too fast, now everything does. Cowboys rode out of the past, now everything does. I recall my first TV the way it was. Used to look all blurry to me, now everything does. I'm not saying that anything has changed, you know. Still the same old, only more so though. And I'm not saying that I'm too old to give a damn. Then again, on second thought, I probably am.
Flashlights needed batteries,
now everything does. Chow mein came from overseas, now everything does. And bowling had a special shoe, now everything does. Most things made me think of you, now everything does. Most things made me think of you, now everything does.
Well, this last song is one that's from my childhood, really. Didn't it seem like when we were young kids we could roam and play and just have fun, and no one really much worried about us too much. There were those little scrapes we got into, but it just seemed like as long as we were home by dark, that was the whole thing. And so that's what the song is called, Home by Dark.
My first two-wheeler was old when I got it. It was newfound freedom, it was red on black. Those big wide tires would slide on the gravel when I'd ride along the railroad track. Straight downhill on Skyline Road, no hands, no brakes, I was lucky, I know. But the wind was singing in my ears, and I never looked back. Just be home by dark, there'll be time enough tomorrow. There's a place where they know you and love you for who you are. When there's color in the sky and the street lights are coming on, I'll take the corner like a stolen base and be home by dark. Now that I've got a daughter and a son, I get to figure out how it's done. But the clock is cruel, the boss is anxious, little pictures have great big ears. We worry that we can't provide all the things that this life requires. But somehow just being in that circle vanishes all my fears. And I'll be home by dark, there'll be time enough tomorrow. There's a place where they know you and love you for who you are. When there's color in the sky and the street lights are coming on, I'll finish up working, be home by dark. So many people in this hungry world travel that journey alone. What I would wish for everyone is just what I want for my own, to be home by dark, time enough tomorrow. A place where they know you and love you for who you are. color in the sky, and the street lights are coming on. Tomorrow is another day. The sunlight fades away. There's always that longing to be home by dark.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.